Round 9 is in the books, and as we know, teams, players and coaches won or lost a little bit extra throughout the weekend. So, which ones stood out? It's a round review with a bit of a twist, and if you want to keep the series going, not only keep watching you absolute legends, but if you could share the video, click the like button, subscribe to join the Dad's Talks Footy family. If we keep the numbers up, I'll keep doing it. So, let's get to that. But let's get to the round review stuff first and show off those that dominated, or didn't dominate, round 9. Let's start with the man that started the round in just unbelievable form. Sam Walsh's first quarter was extraordinary. I was talking with a Carlton mate, one of my favourite people in the world. He's an absolute star, the great chef himself. But anyway, and we were just running out of adjectives at this point on how to describe how Sam Walsh was playing. His game itself was awesome, but my God, what more could a man do in this case? And there is an argument to be made. He'll only get one Brownlow vote for that game. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. He dominated. Is there also an argument that his teammate and captain, Patrick Cripps, also took the genuine piss? Yeah, he's going to be read out on Brownlow night as well. And again, he could get 3, he could get 1. Who knows? I have suspicions, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But Cripps' ability in the second half to just steady the ship with some key pressure acts, some key disposals, and even a couple of key clearances to just hold Melbourne off as they barnstormed home in that game was extraordinary. And it was the kind of captain's performance where Carlton could have been the living meme over the weekend. And look, you can look at it as a great escape if you want to, but Carlton were the better side for longer in this one. But he was simply extraordinary. But will he get the 3 votes? I don't think so. Does Sam Walsh? Absolutely not. This guy does. Holy shit, Christian Petrarca was unbelievable. He's had 21 10-score involvements and kicked 5. If they win, it would have nearly been seen circa Cripper v Brisbane at Marvel in, I think, 2019, from memory. Extraordinary. Extraordinary game. What more can I say? He cooked up a storm, did Christian, and that's not just talking about TikTok either. Wow. What a game. What a performance by 3 genuine superstars of the competition, and it started the weekend off in an amazing way. Going to give a loser of the weekend to Geelong's first quarter. I don't give a shit about the advantage thing at all. It really bothers me how it's one decision, one moment, one this, one that cost Geelong the game. Look at the quarter time score. The game was over, right? There have been 22 times this season a team has led by 19 or more points at quarter time. 22 times. The team that's led has won 18 and the draw, Essendon Collingwood. So 18 and a half out of 22 times a team has won leading by more than 19 points at quarter time. And you want to blame an advantage rule that was adjudicated correctly, by the way. There was no advantage at the point where the contest was made in the square. The whistle had blown repeatedly to bring it back before Jezza had kicked the goal. It would be worse if the umpire went, no advantage. Oh, a goal's been kicked, now it's advantage. You play to the whistle. It's the right call. The fact no one is upset at Ollie Henry for going around the corner from 40 out instead of a drop punt blows my mind. But Geelong's first quarter, they were bitch slapped at home, barely recovered, 49 down at one stage in the second quarter, and we want to talk about the end. Nah, not good enough for me. They need their midfield stocks replenished. They'll absolutely do so. I think they're going to be fine, but I can totally understand if you're a little bit concerned 2 weeks in, but that first quarter was shocking. I listened to Fireball Friday with Kane Corns and David King. I nearly said Stephen King then. David King, and they put Ollie Wines in the gun, and he firmly responded with a fantastic performance. I feel Ollie's gotten an unfair rap being a Brownlow medalist that is continually put into like the worst Brownlow medalists of all time kind of category, and I don't really like those. You've still got to be the best player for an entire season to win the damn thing. That's how the Brownlow works, and look, they all should be celebrated. I get in the world of you need to make lists for things, people are inevitably going to be down the bottom, but still, a little bit harsh. He's been a little bit down at times this season. This performance without Connor Rozee was astounding. The question is, can he do this with Rozee in the side? And the answer is probably no. But for now, he absolutely gets a win from me. Giving a loser of the weekend to any fuckwit Freo fans that dared to criticise their football club for that performance against Sydney. If you can't empathise and sympathise for what the players were going through and the fact they had to play the same night, I don't know what to tell you, apart from go forth and multiply in a much more, non-PG way. Wake the fuck up. Be better. This is nonsense. So, look, rest in peace, Cam McCarthy. My thoughts do go out to you, your family, your friends, all of those things. Absolutely they do. And men's mental health is a conversation not to be had in this video, but it's certainly one that needs to be had overall. This is a horrific thing to have happened, and fingers crossed that those around you can be okay, stay safe, and look after themselves as best they can. And doesn't matter who you are, whether you are a footballer or whether you are someone who couldn't be further away from playing an AFL game. I don't care if you're a man, woman, or whatever you identify as. If you are struggling with your mental health, please, please, please check your local resources. Do a bit of research. Do it on a private browser if you're worried about someone checking your internet history. Give it a go. Bulk build therapy sessions are available here in Victoria. You can get 5 of them for free if you go to a GP and fill out a mental health plan and just have a 5-minute conversation with your GP. I would know. I've done it twice. So please get that sorted. The checking on your mates is really important. Of course it is. But it's not just, hey man, you're all good. Because the response usually from a man is going to be, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, mate, all good. Yeah, living the dream. Whatever it's going to be. It's being able to deep dive and proving consistently over time that we are here for our mates is so important. Because I promise you, having a hard conversation with the person while they're alive is going to be 100 times better for every single party than having that conversation with yourself after they're gone. Check in on your mates. Check in on yourself. And let's be good and better people. Because you're all fucking legends. All of you are. And you deserve to be okay. And if you're criticising Freo for this, you still deserve to be okay. But get in front of a mirror quickly and have a good hard long look at yourself. Because it's more than a footy game, for crying out loud. You give a loss of the weekend to Ross Lyon, the Saints. I really liked what Kane Corn said about the excuse machine for Ross. It's 100% right. But as I said in my 60-second round review, which you haven't checked out on YouTube Shorts, go and do so. Or TikTok. You can go follow me there. It does Talks Footy. Absolutely you can. Shameless self-plug. But Hawthorn have got inconsistent cattle, but a consistent plan. They want ball movement. They want to lock the ball in territory. Hawthorn are one of the best ground ball teams in their forward half since the stat has been recorded, by the way. That's what they want to do. Now, that doesn't always work. 8 goals, 10 will attest to that. None in the last quarter, again, will attest to that. It's not perfect, and the cattle, quarter to quarter, half to half, game to game, are going to be inconsistent. Young rebuilding team, that's kind of how it works. Whereas St Kilda have got a consistent cattle. Their best 26 is pretty locked at this point. Even so, their top 12 to 15 players are good. At very worst, they're good. They've got the consistent cattle. My God, they've got an inconsistent plan. Just like Freo, when they score above 80-odd points, they just win every time. And the fact that they're more scared about conceding 80 than kicking 80 means they are going nowhere. So, Ross Lyon, St Kilda, game plan, whoever you want. Take the L. How the fuck did you lose this? Now, for those of you that don't know, my last name is Knight, right? But this isn't about a knight. It's about a prince. The Prince of Poowong, Jai Newcombe, gets the dub here. Oh, this is what we want to see from Jai. It's fair to say that his first few weeks of the season have been under par, especially considering what he was delivering in 2023 and 2022, 2 seasons in which he finished runner-up in the Peter Crimmins medal. However, this guy can do this consistently, and fingers crossed that he can. Will Day back is certainly helping him. His last fortnight has been fantastic, but the way that he was able to somewhat negate a St Kilda midfield that featured Jack Steele, who did more tackling than ball hunting, which for my super coach was great, but how much did it really help the Saints moving forward? Iffy a little bit. I thought he was still very good, Jack, but maybe not at his punishing best. It is so clear that the Saints need a line-breaking midfielder with the way that they played, but Jai took it up to the St Kilda midfield. Lloyd Meek and Karl Amon were fantastic as well, but for a guy who's got himself out of a bit of bad form, that's what the winners and losers are all about, and for us, it's the Prince. I'll give credit where it's due every single time. Brad Scott. Now, if the draw is very important, and Adelaide-Brisbane, I'm not even going to talk about the draw in and of itself, but if Essendon lose that game against the Pies in extra time, they're 7th. 2 points are important. A draw is still a result, but they're going beautifully. Their profile still doesn't read that well season long, but my God, the heart, the spirit, and the toughness that they're bringing to the table is extraordinary. They haven't peaked yet. Please, if you're thinking this is as good as Essendon are going to be, sure, you can go down that path, but from what we're watching, that simply cannot be true. The fact that their midfield is very good can still improve. The fact that their forward line is still a bit hosh-posh at times, and the fact that their defense is still not running at their best, only conceded the 62 to the Giants, I know, but my God, Brad Scott, Coach of the Year. Yes, he is. Bombers going beautifully. Very good win. Look, we don't like it. Richmond's injury list gets the L. I kind of agree with some in the media as well. I don't like Adamuze going can't fault the effort because, I mean, the effort was shit. But the injury list is not great. Sam Banks, Morris Rioli, I hope you're okay. I know the injury reports will have come out by the time this video gets released, and I know they're going to be long-term. I remember Saturday night, someone saying that Seth Campbell didn't look right either, so fingers crossed he is okay as well. Look, the fact that Richmond right now are in a sort of a four-pronged, I should say, shithole is not great. They don't have the young talent because of the dynasty. That happens in every dynasty. You can somewhat live with that. The injury list is just simply no good. Their senior players are going shithouse. Dustin Martin and Shea Bolton are contributing recently. And then fourth but and not least is they are terrible stopping the ball off turnover. And when you put all four of those things together, you're in a hole. And unfortunately, that's where Richmond are. It's not going to take 37 years, I don't think, like the last premiership drought. And look, grab your DVDs out, guys. Enjoy it. As a Hawthorn fan who's done the same for the last 10 years, just enjoy it. Enjoy it forever. Outside of like 3 football clubs, you have the high ground of we can be bad now, coming off one of the most successful periods. So I know you're enjoying it. Keep turning up. Keep supporting your club. They will get better. It'll just take longer than a week or two, unfortunately. Gonna give a winner of the weekend to Mac Andrew as well. This guy's just a freak. The athletic profile is fantastic. His calmness under pressure. He's got that laconic style that makes him look lazy if things don't work out, but they all work out because he gets in the right spot. His footy IQ, his ball use is exemplary, and on a slippery night, he was clean when others weren't. If he can put some size on, this guy is going to be a multiple All-Australian and do some extraordinary things on the football field. I bloody love watching him, and on a Saturday night that was genuinely shit for footy, he was an absolute standout. Going to give James Harms a winner of the weekend. Hadn't kicked a goal for the Dogs yet, kicked 4. I know they were up against Witches Hats, and you can comment below invalidating this sort of performance. Good luck to you. It was Richmond's biggest loss of the year, so if it was that easy, why hasn't every team done it? Is kind of where I come at this point. So he was fantastic, and I apologise that this one is so short, but there's not really much more you can say about it. Devon Meadows' finest and a good lad as well, so well done, Chompers. And last but not least, I'm giving a loser of the weekend to the Crows. But Daz, they had a draw. They were at home against a decimated opponent who had 3 ACLs last week. No, you need to win this game. Taking off Curtin and the Worrell injury, not great at all by Matty Nix there, but considering what Adelaide needed to do to improve their season and they couldn't get it done, yeah, call it ruthless. I don't care. This isn't even about my prediction anymore. This is just not good enough by a football club that has better talent than this. So, yeah, they had a draw. Stuff them. They're going in the losers section as well. That's round 9 done, guys. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. And look, like the video. If you like the video, subscribe to join the Daz Talks Footy family. I will see you on Wednesday with another cool trend in the game that I want to do a deep dive into. Stay safe, enjoy your work week, or enjoy your week off if you're having a week off as well, and I will see you next time.